Stacey Martino, founder of relationshipdevelopment.org and creator of Relationship You. And in today's video, I have something different to try with you. I want to share this book with you, a book that I read with my daughter the other night, an Elephant and Piggie series book called Should I Share My Ice Cream? Now, I'm not going to read you the whole book, but basically Elephant and Piggie are best friends, and Elephant gets ice cream and goes through this moral dilemma. Should I share my ice cream with Piggie? Piggie doesn't know I have ice cream. I'll eat it. No, what if Piggie's sad? I should share it. And in the end, Elephant decides, I will share my ice cream with Piggie. And has this triumphant moment. I'm going to show you the page. See if I can get it. I marked it. Where the elephant decides that, she will share her ice cream with Piggie, and that in the elephant's mind, the elephant will find Piggie and go share the ice cream, and Piggie will say, oh my gosh, I feel so much better now. Thank you for sharing my ice cream. And so Elephant goes, I will share my ice cream. And at that moment, the ice cream drops on the floor. And then Elephant cries and is like, now I can't share my ice cream with Piggie. And then now I can't have my ice cream. And in the next page, of course, Piggie pops in her head and says, with her ice cream cone in hand, and says, you look sad, Elephant. Would you like to share my ice cream? And the elephant says, I would love to share your ice cream. I feel so much better now. And then they're sharing the ice cream. And at the very end, the beautiful thing about this book is, if I can get to the page, that Elephant says, that was not my plan, while they're sharing ice cream together. And then, in the infinite wisdom of Elephant says, oh, well, this works too. Now, why is that so important? Elephant has clearly done a lot of personal development work in her state mastery along the spectrum. Why is this so important? Because when we go through life, we are constantly going to be coming into situations where things are not going the way we want them to go. And it's our level of self-mastery that allows us to drop our former expectations of how things had to be and the way it should have looked and what you should have said and how they should have responded, and I can't believe they said that to me, and all of the different things that we go through, all the different kerfuffles that we experience in a day over people not doing, being, thinking, acting in a way that we would have done, thought, acted, whatever those words are. And it leads to disappointment and upset. And when you attain a level of self-mastery so as to drop your expectations as to how things need to happen, and like our friend Elephant, having a moment of experience where you can say, oh, well, this works too. Believe it or not, it sounds so simple in a child's story. It is so difficult for people to reach a level of mastery where they can experience a situation and instead of focusing on what's happened that they didn't want, find a way to appreciate the gift in the moment. And I will let you in on a secret of the universe, which I discussed with my daughter after finishing this story with her, which is that the truth of why you attain this level of self-mastery to go through life, first of all, it's to have a better quality of life as opposed to experiencing constant disappointment and constant upset, because you can go through life for 100 years. People are not going to serve life up to you the way you think it should be. So you're setting yourself up for a lot of misery, a lot of disappointment, and a lot of upset by not learning how to better navigate these moments. But the universal law that is played out in this book so beautifully is something that I want to point out to you is you don't get to control the how. So you ask and it is given is the universal law, right? Ask and it is given every time. And people have so much trouble with this universal law because people will say to me, I ask, trust me, I ask and I ask and I ask, and it's not given. And so here's the thing. There are many, many principles to this that I could go into, but I will just use this story to go into one. which is that you don't get to control the how. What was Elephant focused on? Ice cream with Piggie. Share my ice cream with Piggie. Share ice cream with Piggie. Share ice cream with Piggie. That was the ask. And in the end, what happened? Elephant shared ice cream with Piggie. Now, the how wasn't how Elephant thought it should be. In fact, Elephant even said, that's not how I thought this would happen. However, while Elephant is in her own little world going through, will I share my ice cream? Won't I share my ice cream? Will I share my ice cream? Won't I share my ice cream? The universe receives ice cream with Piggie as the ask and starts sending Piggie to Elephant with ice cream. So Elephant's all caught up in her own minutia of crazy. And meanwhile, the ice cream and the Piggie are coming closer and closer and closer and closer to Elephant until Elephant and Piggie are having ice cream. What you've asked for is on its way to you. It may not present itself the way that you think it will be. In fact, it rarely is. However, it is what the universe sees for your greatest good. And so when things come into your experience, problems, new crap, stuff breaking down, new people, old people, anything that comes into your experience, it's happening for you, not to you, to give you what you needed for your ask in the universe's divine wisdom. So when you ask, it is given, but you don't get to control the how. And too often it breaks my heart to see people pushing away what's really trying to come to them, because that's not how I wanted it. That's not how I asked for it. I wanted to have my new business bring in all this cash so I can invest in this. Or I wanted my partner to plan this huge surprise party for me to show me that he loves me. Or however you asked for something to happen, you don't get to control the how. But if you really look and be willing to drop your expectations and try on a little elephant, you can find that, oh, this works too. So, my challenge to you for this week is to release some of your expectation, channel your inner elephant, and see if you can find in a moment how maybe this works too, and appreciate instead of holding white knuckle to the expectations that you might have had before on the how. So that is a roundabout way of using a very adorable children's story to teach a universal law. I hope this served you until I see you again. Sending love to you. Bye-bye.